Good afternoon, it's Jeff Bullas from Infinity. Today I've got with me Jenny Thomas from eBay. So Jenny, thanks for agreeing to be interviewed today.
No problem.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and eBay.
So I work here as the Corporate Communications Manager for eBay in Australia, and I suppose one of the biggest parts of my role is really getting it out there and talking to stakeholders, talking to consumers and potential sellers really about trying to challenge the perception of eBay as a brand, which is quite outdated. You know, a lot of people think of eBay as an auction site, second-hand, but actually that's not the case anymore.
But that's how it originally started, wasn't it, in 1995?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, people started by selling stuff from around their home. They put it on, you know, really love the thrill of the auction and be able to sell things for a great price. And that's still really important for eBay. You know, it's what makes us unique, and people really still enjoy that about the site. But actually 78% of the items available on eBay are brand new, and about 62% of them are sold at a fixed price. So we're no longer just that auction second-hand website. We actually now sell brand new fixed price mainstream goods on the site.
Right. So you're originally from the UK and you've only been in Sydney for 8 months.
8 months, yeah.
So are we looking after you in Sydney?
Are indeed, yeah. I'm enjoying it very much, thank you.
Apart from the hot weather we've had recently.
Yeah, that's fine. Could cope with that.
So tell us a little bit about the UK e-commerce market versus the Australian market, where they're up to in terms of the evolution of online stores.
So retail, online retail in the UK is probably about 5 years more evolved than it is here in Sydney, in Australia. So for example, a lot of the more traditional bricks and mortar retailers really realised the potential of online a few years ago and saw the amount of traffic that was going there, you know, and really a consumer change, a consumer shift in how they're shopping. So they're no longer just going into their bricks and mortar store in a shopping mall. They're increasingly going online to find those products because they know that they can compare prices much more easily. And they're also shopping through their mobile. So in the UK, yes, a lot more retailers, traditional retailers, have seen the opportunities available with online and have an online store as part of their overall sales channel.
Right. I know one of our customers, the luggage professionals, they started with an online presence, plus they had just one store. And what they found was that they actually are about to open their third store in Brisbane. And the reason they're able to do it quite easily and reduce risk is because they're able to use their online presence to actually market their store. So it's given a real synergy having what is known as multi-channel, the ability to actually have a bricks and mortar store as well as an online store. They work so well together. A lot of people just haven't worked that out yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have an example. There's a seller that sells musical instruments, has a very traditional store. It's been family run, family owned for years. They opened up their online store on eBay, and they've actually been able to expand their bricks and mortar store as a result of their online, you know, sales. So it kind of goes to show you don't have to put aside your bricks and mortar presence. You don't have to retire that, but online absolutely is a complementary channel for you to use and really to build your business with.
Right. Now, Jerry Harvey from Harvey Norman last year has been giving the government a bit of a hard time about people being able to buy overseas without the GST. So, how have his comments, you think, helped the online market?
I think there's been a much bigger awareness now. There is a much bigger awareness among consumers about the potential for online shopping and getting a great deal. But also I think it's opened the eyes of a lot of retailers around Australia as to the potential that they have there to get some great sales. You know, we know from our perspective, eBay in Australia is the leading marketplace. You know, we have 6 million Australians visiting eBay every month. So we know online and we know that there's real potential for people out there. And so comments such as you mentioned really help kind of highlight that to other sellers and other businesses that want to start operating online, which is only a great thing for consumers.
So really eBay is another distribution channel online for someone who's already got their own online store and bricks and mortar store. So what does eBay bring to those customers or retailers already have an online store? What does eBay bring to them?
Yeah, I'll give you an example actually. We have ABC Shop sell through eBay, and also Dell Computers sell through eBay. So these are brands that have, ABC Shop obviously has a lot of stores in traditional shopping centres. Dell has its own online website, but they do use eBay as a channel to reach the 6 million Australians who visit eBay every month. But not only them, we've got 94.5 million active users globally.
Wow.
So when you sell through eBay in Australia, you also get access, should you choose to the global customer base. So those sort of brands realise that potential and are able to access more people than they might be able to through their own online site.
Right. Now, there's a fast-moving segment in the market with online, and that's the rise of mobile platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you see mobile platforms going in the future for eBay?
It's interesting actually. We've just had our recent analyst day, and apparently in 2010 there was $2 billion worth of sales done through mobile applications for eBay, and that's predicted to grow or double to $4 billion by 2013. So that rate of growth in the mobile sector is absolutely phenomenal. So we know that it's going to grow massively. We know that it's going to kind of change very quickly, and I think that's the key to succeeding with mobile, is being able to adapt your offering very quickly, making sure that your apps are innovative, interesting for consumers, and give them a good purpose. I mean, there's an app called Red Laser, for example, where you can go into a store, scan a barcode and compare the price of that one item with the other items available online. So things like that really do show that retail is undergoing a fundamental shift, because consumers are shopping very differently, having the use of that sort of comparison technology.
Right. So an online retailer that already has an online store, how easy is it for them to actually get their products on eBay?
So it takes obviously some investment, but unlike setting up your own online store, so if you didn't have that, for example, the prices are relatively low. You know, there's no sort of setup fee, and there's established fees throughout your selling period. But actually, what you don't have to fund is all the marketing that eBay do on your behalf. You know, ensuring the site and that consumers are coming to the site every day. Those are costs that a seller doesn't have to fund, that we do ourselves. So really it's worth the investment in putting into developing your eBay store and your eBay offering, purely because of the number of customers that will come to the site and hopefully visit your store.
Right. Where do you see the exciting, what are some exciting things that are happening in eBay in 2011?
So one of the exciting things, I suppose, is back to my point around the fact that a lot of brand new fixed price items are now being sold through the site. Right. Particular categories that we're focusing on as a business are fashion and electronics, for example.
And fashion's a huge item online, isn't it?
Fashion is one of our biggest, if not our biggest category on eBay, so it's incredibly popular. So what we're planning to do in the fashion team is obviously make the fashion items available on eBay a lot more attractive for consumers. So whether the images are better, their layout, if there's a dedicated place on the site where people can come specifically for fashion. So we're really excited actually about the advances that we're going to make this year in those particular categories. But also mobile. Mobile, as I said, is a really big area for eBay, and we know consumers are shopping through that channel. So it's a really big growth area for us, and something that we're focusing quite a bit of attention on.
Yeah. For us, we're certainly seeing that mobile is going to be, it's not going to be huge this year, but the increase from a low base is certainly going to be high. And the iPad is actually affecting traffic as well, isn't it, to stores? So how do you see the tablet market as being in eBay's future?
Yeah, so we're already there in terms of having an eBay app specifically for the iPad. Right. And actually that's a very different shopping experience to the online version, from how you're viewing the pictures, the amount of information that's described as well, but not just for buyers. Something that's been released in our other markets and is coming to the Australian market soon is the ability to sell items from around your home using an app, using the eBay app. So you'd be able to scan the barcode of a book, for example, and it'll pre-fill all the information in the listing so that you can do it, you know, within a minute or two, as opposed to sitting at your desk and plugging in your computer and uploading your photo that way. So there's lots of exciting innovations coming in terms of mobile, which I think will really help to again challenge the way in which people think they can shop, but also how they can sell as well.
Right. So basically, you're always working on how to make it easier for customers to sell and to buy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, we want people to keep coming to eBay, and keep buying from sellers. So we want to make sure that the site is as attractive as possible and also as easy to navigate as possible, even if that's through mobile or just, you know, your online desktop.
Yeah. One big thing that online stores have had to struggle with is what we call trust. And trust is very, very important because there is a saying that goes that on the internet no one knows you're a dog, which means that you could be anyone because they can't see you. You bricks and mortar store, you can walk in, you can see the person behind the desk, so you know who they are, and you know where they live. So what does eBay bring to the trust factor that's so important for online stores?
Trust has been our number one focus for a long time, since we started really. So we have a massive amount of people dedicated to ensuring that when people come to the site they have a safe experience. But I suppose the one unique thing about eBay to other online sites is the feedback system. You know, arguably it's more transparent on an eBay seller's identity than if you went into a store. So for example, you can see how quickly they've shipped items to other buyers, how great their communication was or not, as the case may be, how well described their items are. You know, this is incredibly detailed information with you know, verbatims from other people as to what they thought of that seller. So there's no room for hiding, there's no room for you know, getting away from facing up to how you behave as a seller. It's very transparent. And from that side of things, absolutely, eBay is a trusted place where, as long as buyers look at that feedback and make sure that they're assessing who that seller is, it's a great place to buy from and a safe one.
Right. I've heard some numbers in terms of customer reviews are very, very important for people. They see that what other customers have said, and it can increase the conversion rate quite high. So once people are in there and they read that review and say, oh, this is great. So how important do you see customer reviews, which is like customer generated content for your site? How do you see that?
Absolutely key. It's absolutely key, and any seller that sells on eBay knows that customer satisfaction has to be their number one priority. Otherwise it affects things like your standing in search results, so you might not be seen as high up in search results pages as you might be compared to other sellers who've offered a better customer service. You're also going to need to offer a great price on your product in order to be able to be seen easily by people when they visit eBay. So customer satisfaction is absolutely key, but that's also supported by a great product at a great price as well.
Right. The other thing that's really changing the web as we know it today is the rise of social media and social networking with Facebook and Twitter, blogs, LinkedIn, YouTube, and hundreds of other different community sites on the web, where the web is becoming much more integrated into who we are as social human beings. Where do you see eBay and social media in the future?
So we've actually got quite a lot of social media elements to the site already. So for example, in the States what they're doing is they have an official feed through Twitter, an official blog, and a lot of sellers use that in order to be able to generate content for their own social media channels. I've also seen as well some particular sellers offering Twitter specific deals on their eBay site. So you know, for their Twitter followers they'll offer specific deals. So it's really interesting where it's going, and the great thing about social media and that sort of environment is that it does change very quickly and evolve very quickly, and it's generated by users, by customers. So if you're a seller and you're not in that space, it would be good to start thinking about doing that, because it's where your customer base is going to be talking and making conversations, and also maybe giving you reviews as well. So eBay knows how important it is, and we're trying to help with our sellers and to show them how important it is for their business.
Yeah, I certainly have experienced personally the power of social media, and I have over 50,000 Twitter followers, and I know that just putting out good information to that Twitter following can generate a lot of traffic and drive a lot of traffic, and if they tell their followers, and it's like a great deal. I know Dell offers specials on their products, and I suppose they actually do it through eBay as well, but the power of social media to create trust and to spread your message and your content and things like specials is a great way to go. So thank you very much for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for visiting us, and we look forward to seeing you at our next video interview. Thank you.